This is R10. This is Rock Hill. Okay. So I think we need to go to the power plant, folks. If I'm remembering correctly. Let's whiz through that. Nice. You can see the building roof. That is power station. Okay. Near the cave, there is Elf Center. Very happy. So elves are Pokemon in this. The superintendent of Power Station is find a better coach. Want to get the stolen things back. Elf Center very happy. They say some very, very odd things in this. Like, some of it makes sense. Let's go this way. I want a shiny. That's not a shiny. We got Babu! What a name that is. Right, we got to catch a Babu. We've got to catch a Babu, folks. I'll use a sup ball. Crap. Elf come out. Might have to go away. Yeah, they say go away when you throw your Pokeball out. When you turn on the PC in the Pokemon Center, it says that you've pulled the power supply out. So it's odd because some things make sense and then some things are the exact opposite of what it actually means. I might have to switch Pokemon in and do this differently. It's a good laugh, Kyle. It's if you want to play a game like this again. Like, I've played through Heart Gold and Soul Silver a few times. And I've played like Liquid Crystal, which is, I think, Crystal but remade in like Emerald. So I've played through like the Johto Kanto stuff quite a lot. It's nice to do it with a little bit of like something different. So I think the next Pokemon game I'm playing after this is going to be a bootleg copy of Sapphire, Pokemon Sapphire, because apparently that's meant to be really funny. It's a bit like this, like none of the words make any sense. I want to catch one. Clearly not with knockoff though. Though I thought that would do it. Maybe I just put it to sleep and then do that. Espin. Right. So we want to use probably Spec, which is Hypnosis. Okay, never mind. There we go. So Spec is Hypnosis, but the move in this that is called Hypnosi is actually Quick Attack. So Saw, I believe, is Cut, which actually makes sense. Plane is... I don't know. Is it Waterfall? Wagon is Surf. Wagon is Surf. I don't know what plane might be Waterfall or it might be Whirlpool or something like that. Is it Fly? It's not Fly because it's Water type. I can probably find out. I can guess based on the it's 80 and 100. Attack the enemy suddenly. I haven't got a clue. I mean, we can try and use it and figure it out. Let's use it and just see. If it kills it, it kills it. Yeah, so it's Waterfall. Oh, that's perfect. God, I'm glad we did that. That'll do it. That's gonna do it. Nice. Got a Babu. Got a cheeky Babu. Let's see what the Pokédex says about it. It's a beak elf. To go to the sky all at once. There you go, folks. Is there a TMHM list for this game? So, for like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, yes, but I think specifically for Vietnamese version, I don't know. I mean, I've got a list of them here. There's like... These are the ones that we've not taught them. There's like Seed and Susid and Sip, Plow, Mat, S-Crow. Sorry, you couldn't see escrow because I'm in the way there. There's EV wave, cut, which isn't cut, it's something else. Rost, end. So saw is cut, flew is fly, wagon is surf, all is strength, power is whirlpool, fast is rock smash, and plain is waterfall. So you have this weird situation where some of them kind of actually make sense, but then you have like cut, which isn't cut, and stuff like that. So like I said, Hypnosai is quick attack. Dasange. Right, we'll catch this. We've not caught one yet. So the numbers will be the same, Matt. Yeah, because it's just the like the language that's changed basically. So the numbers are the same. It's just, I'm sure someone's probably made a list somewhere, to be honest with you. They might have made one for the original, the crystal one, but I don't know if they've made one for Heart Gold, because it seems like there's not as many people that have played this one. Fish elf. The fin flies back and forth, so call it water dancing. Super. Super. Send it to the box. Wouldn't it be nice to get a shiny? That's not a shiny. That's a bird. See that? You know what? I'll give it that. I'll give it that. It makes sense. Escape perfectly. This is Guandong Power Station. Alright, folks. Kyle, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's save it. Let's go. Let's do it. Ooh. Like this. Using electricity. Bright and pleasant thing, Guandong Power Station. The thief went to power station of thing. Okay. Service power station. It was built to give electricity for draft train. Just called Gibble in Storm Silver, so Jim should be a bit easier. Oh, nice. Gibble's a good one. That's a great one to catch. It's a shame it takes so long for it to level up to be Garchomp though. Because Draft Train need many electricity, if the new electric generator won't work, the draft trail will stop. If they were sensible... No, actually, I'm being stupid. No, it's a magnet train, isn't it? Sorry, I was going to say something daft. Staff knowledge. First electricity is uninfinite. Sorry. First, hope you're taking notes, folks. First, electricity. No, sorry, let me start again. I fucked up once again. Let me start again. First, electricity is uninfinite. Fuck, uninfinite. Right, okay, hang on. First, electricity is uninfinite. Second, do everything. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. I was really expecting something else to come, like... Thirth got me. That's good, isn't it? Thirth. Thirth. Everyone playing together. Fourth, spelt wrong, but I'll allow it. Don't do careless. Fifth, wear rubber shoe. Sixth, the curator is excellent. So, when the game uses the word curator, I should say, you might have noticed a running theme if you've been here a little while. Curator means gym. No, not gym. Sorry, it means leader. So, gym leader is called the gymnasium curator. So it means like the head, or you know, the boss, or something like that. I just want to read that again, just so we can really hammer it in. Staff knowledge. First, electricity is uninfinite. Second, do everything. Thirth, everyone playing together. Fourth, don't do careless. Fifth, wear rubber shoe. Sixth, the curator is excellent. Much to learn. The front is the generator room, the curator is inside. He is sad for machine broken. Well, he should fix it then, shouldn't he? The curator says, oh, this is the curator, it is unforgivable. We had spent so many time and energy. They destoried it. If grasping them, give them some electric currency. I collect elf. Exchange your date with my scare? Have we got a date? Let me check the Pokédex. Does anyone speak Japanese? Here we go. We're gonna have to go through these and just see what date is. I'm sorry. I wonder if I could type it in maybe. Pud? Bood? Some of the names are just wonderful, aren't they? Desp, Molluff, Corn. Oh, Date is a Doug trio. I haven't got a Doug trio. We can get one. Parts of the electric generator was stolen. The new generator won't work without it. That actually made perfect sense. Oh. A message from Huatian says a doubtful man wandering through the street. Maybe you can help me? Okay, sure. Let's do it, folks. I think that's Cerulean, I think it means. I believe. Let's flew over there. Oh, Lavender Town. I forgot about that. I can go to Lavender Town. I fucking love Lavender Town. Okay, so apparently there's a thief walking around here, possibly? Allegedly? Maybe? Oh no, that's Cameron Oldman. Never mind. No. Is he up here? See, the problem with this is because I don't understand exactly what he meant, I don't actually know where we're supposed to be looking. I think this is Huetian City, HT City, it's gotta be. But where? Doodaloo, doodaloo. Should we ride the bike? How do I ride the bike in this? There we go. It's not that way. Is it gonna be in here? Oh. Unless it's that guy up there that didn't really say anything interesting earlier. Nope, he's still talking about his dance machine. I don't actually know where we're going now. Go all the way along here again and see if it's in here somewhere. Ooh. Might be at the end of this route, possibly, because there was nothing here before. No. Can I not go down that, Oh, you can go down here, can't you? Here we go. I thought that rock would have something in it. What's your main goal in this? It's just completely vanilla HGSS, but cooked dialogue? Pretty much, yeah. That is, I mean, that's literally, yeah. That is completely, it's exactly what it is. It's just Heart Gold Soul Silver. So I wanna, you know, get to the point where I'm like facing red and stuff like that, because I've never done that in a Heart Gold game. So there's actually something like tangible to aim for. But I'm mostly just, I want to talk to everyone. I want to see all the dialogue, you know. Whereas in a normal Pokemon game, I wouldn't be as bothered about that, like talking to literally everyone. Whereas in this, I want to do that, which kind of means that we have to battle everyone as well. Just remember, we all threw out DS game cases because we all had them weird DS cases that held them. That's what we did. Apart from, to be fair, I've got a lot of my DS cases still. We did that with Game Boy Advance cases though, and CDs as well. My Storm Silver save is my first ever Heart Gold Soul Silver playthrough, so I really want to finish and get to Red. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be a good thing to do. I've just always, with this game, Heart Gold Soul Silver, I've always gotten burned out or bored or whatever before we've got to Red. Which is a shame. I'm just going to Google this because I don't actually know what we're looking at. It's puzzled me a little bit. Power Station Thief. Oh, I know where he is. Okay. That's fine. That was easy enough. Knock. Oh, sorry. I'm busy. It's wonderful. Want to talk to you for a long times. It won't do. If seen, it'll be trouble. Hey, no. As seen by Zhao Yong, this is my big mistake. Hey, Zhao Yong, don't talk it to others. I see nothing I will not ask, and no goodbye forever. Okay. Mewtwo is, I believe, yeah, I believe you can catch Mewtwo in the same place you can catch it in the regular gold, silver, and like, I think it's in, I'd imagine it's in Cerulean Cave, I would have thought. He's hiding by the bridge. Thank you. There we go. A little bit tricky to figure that out when I don't know what this game calls a bridge, you know? I think I remember this now, actually. Oh no! Hiding with trouble. It is unsatisfied. I'm Keat. I'm a member of the Wreck-It team. My operation can't be told to you, but if you win and like a real mean, I will told you the secret. Oh. Craig, welcome in. Have I tried Pokemon Insurgents? I don't... It rings a bell. Let me Google it in between battling this person. Pokemon Insurgents is a fan game. I might not have done it, actually. It rings a bell, though. It's Peak. Is that Peak in a good way or Peak in a bad way? Sorry. Am I showing my age when I ask that? Can I ask people in a good way? Okay, I was gonna say, does peak mean good now? Because when I was young, if something was peak, it meant it was bad. Fucking hell, I feel so old when I say that. Fan-made Pokemon game with a far darker story. I really recommend it. I'll take a look at it, Craig. I like a fan-made Pokemon story as long as they're not like. I don't like the fan-made Pokemon stories that like have loads of swearing and stuff in. Not that I have a particular problem with swearing. Izzy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Not that I have a problem with swearing, but when I play Pokemon, I kind of want it to be like a Pokemon-y story, like a game, like a story that could actually be a Pokemon story. I don't mind if it's a little bit darker, because I think that's fine. But like, you know, when they just put loads of like gratuitous like swearing in it. I've played games like that I'm not much a fan of. But I'll take a look at it. I'll keep that tab open. It's edgy and dark, but not like that. That'll be alright then. I think I'd probably like that. I like a dark kind of twist on some games like Pokemon, but I think some people that make these like games, when they make it like dark and edgy, they're maybe like a teenager, and they just think that being dark and edgy means just like swearing and stuff. Tell you my secret, the Jimu in Hanada will be seen just near the center. If submerged in water, but next time when meet, the Rocket team will not knock you down. My friend from Kyout will come here too. What? The Rocket team is illegal and disappeared? How can I do next? Brilliant. I save it. I'm very heavy with the saving because the other day we were playing Pokemon X and I didn't save it for a while and I lost about 3 hours of save, so I'm now saving quite often. It's a good habit to get into, I think. Is that time? Oh, it is changing, I think. Noibat? Yeah. Good old Noibat. Yeah. Good times. Okay. I don't entirely know... what to do now. He said something about Hanada, but I don't know what that is. What's Hanada? Just going through all of these and... It's not SC City. It's not KE City. Craig, hey, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you so much. Is it HT City? But that's... I thought GJ Road? I'm so confused. I'm so lost. Right. I don't know why I flew there. We're literally there already. Okay. Let's go back to the power plant maybe and see what's what there. Because I think that might... I think it might want us to go there, possibly. Ooh. Sorry, I keep running into that sign. Right. Not that way. Let's get on the bike, actually. Come on. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun. For once. Oh, actually, we can go this way, can't we? There we go. What do Nutcracker and Greensleeves mean in tags of the stream? They're inside jokes. Marco. I can explain them if you really want me to. I can explain the inside jokes if you want me to, but I don't think anyone will find them funny. Such is the nature of inside jokes. I'm happy to, though. Dongan. Let's catch it. Let's give it a catch. Inside jokes aren't funny unless you make them. Exactly. They also don't make sense. Greensleeves is a song, though, Marco. And the Nutcracker is one of those little, like, dolls you get at Christmas. I think most of my tags on the stream are inside jokes, actually. I don't even know what they are. I never change them. Froppy is also an inside joke. In fact, Droll is an inside joke. Faffing is an inside joke. One Pet Knit is an inside joke. It's just inside jokes. They're funny to about 3 people. Aaron, I'm playing this on I was going to say PC then. I'm playing it on PC. I don't have a 3DS, unfortunately. Let's put it to sleep, shall we? The pizza's the best one for sure. Do you like that one? Yeah. I used to eat those a lot. Like, too much. But they're just not nice. I stopped about 2 years ago. This is not a randomizer, though. It's like a remake of a bootleg copy of Pokemon Crystal. So it's basically just Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but the text is all different. And doesn't make any sense. Or if you've played it a lot, it does start to make sense, which is kind of terrifying. Sometimes. The original bootleg is called Vietnamese Crystal. I've never played that myself, but it's like the most popular like Pokemon bootleg. I say popular, probably like the most infamous Pokemon bootleg. Definitely worth taking a look at. There's some really good screenshots from it. There's some very, very daft things that they say in it. Or like watch someone play through it maybe. Fish Elf. Spawn immediately everywhere to meet in the River Red. Perfect. Or, I've played through all of this that I've played through. so far is on YouTube, and they're in like it's not like just a stream VOD I've chucked on there. They're like little 20 to 30 minute videos. I played through a lot of it with a friend of mine. So I think there's like 30 something videos of it, which is ridiculous. I think the first 20 something of them are with a friend, and then maybe about 10 of them are just like a stream VOD chopped up and edited down, and I'll probably do the same with this one as well, though maybe not chopped down as much. Right, okay, so I didn't need to come back here, so that was pointless. Lovely. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, Morgan, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Just the it's just Heart Gold, but with scuffed dialogue. Exactly. I couldn't have put it any more succinctly myself. Is Soul Silver good? Ginny, yeah, it is. It's a lot of people would say it's the best Pokemon game. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. It's up there. It's one of the best. I'd say it's one of the ones that if you really want to get into Pokemon, it's one of the ones you've got to play, I'd say. I'm wondering if he's down here somewhere. Does stuff mean fly? I think fly is flu. Yeah, fly is flu. Stuff is item. Stuff is item, which kind of makes sense, I guess. I was going to say your game's a little broken until I said it's like a bootleg. Yeah, it's actually technically it's a remake of a bootleg, which is why it's in the quote marks. But yeah, it's pretty broken. It's completely unintelligible. Kezzy! Oh, should we try and catch it? We've not caught one. Just have a go. Nice. That's a tricky one to get sometimes, isn't it? Right, Kezzy, let's see what it says. It's a POW elf. To take teleporting to be seen in the ghost of the moon. Doesn't mean anything, does it? I think the best beginners, probably Fire Red. Fire Red's very easy to get into, especially because it has the tutorial of like, I'm pretty sure at the beginning it has like a tutorial for all the buttons and stuff. So that's a good one to get into. I have a friend who's never played. It's like who likes Pokemon but has never played the games, and they started off with Pokemon Yellow. I don't know how far they've got into it, but I watched them play it, and it's quite a tricky game to like, especially in 2025 to get into because it's so slow. Like you can't. There's no running or anything like that in it. It's just a really slow game. Luca. All the info is, well, I say all the info. The name of the bootleg is here. It's just Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but with like stupid text basically. It's called Viet HG. Sorry, when I said like it's here, that sounded really snarky. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like, because if I say Viet HG, people might not know what I'm actually saying. So if I have it there, they can pop it into Google or whatever and take another look at it. Although I think if you actually pop it into Google, it just comes up with my videos of it. Which I'm not complaining about necessarily, but, you know. Has like the blue menus that give you hints, like talk to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why Leaf Green Fire Red's good. There is a Leaf Green bootleg that I wanted to give a go. Which has like all the stupid translated text, but apparently it's so broken that you just can't save it. So I mean, I can play it in new save states, but I don't know. I have a real avoidance of save states, and I don't quite know where that's come from because they're fine. I just don't like using them for some reason. It's just a weird me thing. It's just a stupid me problem, you know. trying to think where to go. I don't know where this guy's gone. Leaf Green for some reason has both version exclusive psychic water types, I believe. Does it? I didn't know that. I always had Leaf Green as a kid. I always had Leaf Green. So can we go right now? Why don't we do that? Is there a Snorlax there? Maybe I'll give the bootleg Leaf Green a go at some point. I could, you know, I could just stream the original, like, just Leaf Green, but I've played through it so many times that, like, I need something else in it, like a little twist that makes it a little bit funnier. As opposed to, like, making it more difficult or something like that. I'm not necessarily bothered about it being more difficult or more challenging. I just want, like, a little twist on it. Like, a randomizer would also work, but I like the stupid translated stuff because I just think it's funny. Have you gone XIWAN Town? There was a big radio tower. No, let's go. Let's walk into a wall first, but then let's go. Here we go. Advertisement paper is tall. It has disappeared. Okay, fair enough. Welcome back, Jacob. How's it going? You good? Let's battle these lot, shall we? Our group is Guandong Elf Union. Nice. You're good? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, you know, my favourite bit about Leaf Green is the Sevi Islands. I love the Sevi Islands. It's one of my, it might actually be my favourite area in a Pokemon game, full stop. In fact, you know what? It is. It actually is. I remember, because obviously I played Red, Blue and Yellow as a kid, and I knew sort of like the game and all the locations and stuff. So when I finished Leaf Green, and I didn't really know much about this, but like then it introduced you to like the Sevi Islands, and there's this whole other place that you can go to, and the music is like reworked, like remixed versions of like Gen 2 music. Like there was the sort of Route 42 Lake of Rage theme that they remade and all that kind of thing. I was so, like, what's the word? In awe of that. Like, I was so obsessed with it. I'm playing a game, I'm playing Heart Gold, Jacob, but it's a remake of a bootleg copy of Pokemon Crystal. So it's basically Heart Gold, but all the text is a bit weird. That's it. That's basically it. You're on Scarlet? Nice. I was thinking about that this morning. You know, people are talking about the Switch 2 and stuff like that. Maybe they'll upgrade Pokemon Scarlet for the Switch 2 and it'll look good. Maybe. I don't know. How far are you in Scarlet? I only played it for a few hours, so unfortunately I didn't get too into it. Sorry. Nice. Because of school, yeah, I like the sprites. Yeah, they do have good sprites. Want to lock the underground passway of our territory? Okay. Pokemon Scarlet 120 FPS. Yeah, but the thing is, that'd be great. Obviously, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not worth it if it still looks bad. If it still looks like it just doesn't look great, you know. And don't get me wrong, that's not looks is not the most important thing in a Pokemon game, but I think I think it's slightly important to get like a solid aesthetic for Pokemon. Like obviously this is like pixel art, but it works, you know. If they're going for a more realistic type setting, which it seems like they've gone for, maybe not realistic, but you know what I mean, it's not pixel art, it's like 3D and it's all looks properly modelled and stuff like that, then I think they've got to get it. They've got to get it right, you know. Fourth member of the Elite Four. Oh, nice. You're getting close to the end then. From my DS, but it's charging, so I decided to play on Switch. That's fair. Is it a DS Lite? Did you say? think you said that. Someone said they had a DS Lite yesterday. I can't remember who it was. Right, what's duck? Powerized by more power store. I haven't got a clue what that means. No. It's over. Excuse me. There we go. Guangdong Elf Union. Nice. Graphics aren't important at all when it's a stylized game, for example Emerald Sea Glass, but a 3D more real style like Scarlet needs to look beautiful or else it's just soulless. Yeah, exactly. It's this thing where I remember when... It wasn't that long ago. You know when like Legend ZA got announced and a lot of people, well, a few people were saying like, it doesn't look very good. Like it just looks like dated already. It's not even out yet. And people were sort of like saying, oh, but it doesn't matter. It's just a Pokemon. Like, how it looks shouldn't matter. And it's like, no, it kind of does. If you're going for that art style and you've like fallen that short of making it look good with that art style, then I think that does kind of matter. But if, you know, not to say they should have stuck with like 2D sprites like this the entire time, but like Pokemon X and Y look good. I imagine Sun and Moon look good. I don't know what Sword and Shield look like, really. But if they'd have stayed with that kind of like aesthetic for it, like it's kind of pixely, but it's also 3D, I think that would have been fine. Like, what's the Diamond and Pearl remake? The Diamond and Pearl remake looks good because it's 3D, but it's also that kind of you know, that kind of stylized sprite-based sort of thing. I get you can't do that with an open world necessarily, but I don't know. Was it bad? I've never played it. I've never played the why was the remake bad, Marco? I think they should have just done a remake of Platinum. I know they can't release 2 if they do that, but Platinum was so much better than Diamond and Pearl, I think. Why is the coughing named after Comedy Shorts game? I don't know what that means, Faith. I'm sorry. I think I'm too old. How about linearity system? Everyone complained about Legends Arceus trees? Yeah, I can... If it's the same as Scarlet and Violet, then I don't blame them. Just an old DS, but it's one of the first 200. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. BDSP looks... Oh, sorry, I've read that one. Forgive me. Dexter, welcome in. Oh, I love Dexter, sorry. Sword and Shield's more modern. Does it look better than... I've not played Sword and Shield. Does it look better than Scarlet and Violet? Because if it does, it'd be weird that they sort of... It went backwards almost. Though I know that's not entirely open world, which makes a difference, but I think of like Breath of the Wild. Look how good Breath of the Wild looks. If they didn't, when they said that Scarlet and Violet was going to be like open world, I thought it was going to be like Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon, because that's such a beautiful game, isn't it? I don't understand why they weren't able to get that sort of look, you know. It was called Deji, which is KSI's brother comedy shorts game. Oh my, you know what, Rafe? I actually know who that is. That's one hell of a flashback you've given me. I can't believe KSI and stuff's still going, to be honest with you. I remember people watching him like in like 2014 playing FIFA and stuff. I remember at that point watching it and going, I'm too old for this. It was like 10 years ago. Probably over 10 years ago, I think. I remember like FIFA 13, FIFA 14, something like that. God. Can't be, this guy is so annoying. You'll get there, Jacob. You'll get there. I believe in you. I can't help you, unfortunately. I'm terrible at Pokemon, but you'll get there. Wah. He. Nice. The game's pitifully easy until you get to the league where it's fully competitive Pokemon with items. The Pokedex is bad. Should have copied Platinum more. The following Pokemon suck too. That's a shame. I never played it. I didn't have a Switch at that point. I just was not interested. But that's a shame. They should have made it more like Platinum. Platinum's one of the best Pokemon games. Whereas Diamond and Pearl are just... Of maybe like all the Gen 3, 4 and 5 games, Diamond and Pearl are probably the worst. Like, is that controversial? Maybe? But Platinum's one of the best. So, but that's out of Gen 3, 4 and 5 anyway. You know? Well, let's do Gift. Never played the Violet one, just Sun and Moon, but it's quite good. It's boring after the story. I was looking into that yesterday, Dexter. Can I call you Dexter? Is that alright? Would you rather me call you something else? I can if you want me to. I can try and remember at least. But, what was I going to say? Sorry, Dexter's fine. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Someone said to me, like, have you played Sun and Moon? And I hadn't, because I was playing Pokemon X yesterday. We've basically done with that now. I could go back to it at some point, but there's very little else to do. Because there's just no post-game. There's just barely any post-game. It's a real shame. But someone said that if I was going to play Sun and Moon, I should just play Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. Because there's a lot more to it. And so I was having a look online and seeing like what the differences were and that kind of thing without spoiling it too much. And I think I would just, yeah, I'd just play Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, I think. It doesn't seem worth playing Sun and Moon and then playing the Ultra ones afterwards. It feels like it would just be better for me to play the Ultra one straight away. I don't know if anyone disagrees with that. I don't know. And one of the reasons people are saying Ultra One's better is because it's got more of a post-game. It's got more stuff going on after the main story, which is like... not like a vital thing for me, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it? I was so disappointed by Pokemon X. I finished the main story and I was sort of thinking, peege. I was sort of thinking like, oh, now it's going to open up and we can get a load of legendaries and there'll be some other stuff to be getting on with and that kind of thing, and there just wasn't. And like I was saying earlier, I found out that a lot of that is just because it was rushed. It was just rushed, and then they were going to make a Pokemon... oh crap. They were going to make a Pokemon Z, apparently, and it just got cancelled because they went for Sun and Moon instead. Because it was the 20th anniversary. So, a bit disappointed. It was a good game, but it just felt like after maybe like the 7th gym and all the Team Flare stuff that it just kind of ends at that point. Like, it doesn't even feel like rewarding doing the Elite Four and stuff. You know? It was good. X and Y, it was a really good game. It just kind of falls off a cliff after a certain point in terms of like what you can do in it. What's this? Eyesight, very good to see in vision of monster, no matter how. There you have it, folks. Benji, welcome in. Gem 5, my fave. Didn't like it as much as a kid, but now I love it. I've heard a few people say that. Gem 5 was really good. I've not played Black and White 2. I'm going to play that at some point soon. But I really liked Black and White. Gentleman stands slowly. Do you help? No. I don't. You like Dexter too? Is that the TV show Dexter? I've not seen that. Unless there's some new thing called Dexter that I'm not familiar with because I'm an old man. I forgot about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That was the one I played because I was only a kid. I've heard they're really good in terms of like being an improvement on Sun and Moon. So I'd like to try them. I think it'd be good. I was very surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised at the quality of X and Y, to be honest with you. I didn't play Sun and Moon games and Auras. The rest I have played. How is Sword and Shield? Did you like that, Benji? If you played that one, because I've heard very mixed things about that. But some people say it's really good, and then some people say it's and then I've heard a real mix of opinions on it. I've not played it myself. I have got a GBA version of Sword and Shield that someone basically recreated. Too skillful. Someone's recreated Sword and Shield inside like using like Fire Red as a base ROM, and I was tempted to play that, but I might just go the whole hog and just get Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield. Right, let's get this fruit. Pole end. Pole got. Lovely stuff. Doesn't make any sense. Bag fuck. Lovely. I did hear about the Switch 2 gap. Yeah, I did. What do you think of it? What do you think of it? We talked a bit about it earlier this morning. I'm a little bit... It looks really good, but I'm a little bit worried that the games are going to cost a bit much. Mario Kart... If you don't get Mario Kart in a bundle, it's going to be like £67 for a digital copy of it. I feel like that's a lot of money. I know inflation and stuff and everything's higher price than it was, but it's a big jump from what I'm used to, you know. But I tend not to buy games new anymore anyway. But I know Nintendo games never go on sale, so it's a bit of a funny one. Hang on, we're getting a call from !7D. Basic, is !7D okay? Hey, why not play Elf? This time I will win. Please call me R26. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I'll catch up on chat. Give me a moment, folks. Where did I get up to? Sorry, hang on. Kalos is getting the biggest redemption. Like, I hope it does, Marco. Kalos is such a... I was thinking about this morning. There's so much potential in the world of Kalos. I really liked it. I really liked the world building. And the environment and the storytelling and all that sort of thing. It just... There wasn't enough of it at the end of it. It just wasn't enough at the end, and it feels like... Obviously, they remade Ruby and Sapphire. But it just needed, like... It just needed more. And a Pokemon Z game that had, like, Pokemon X and Y and more. Like, you know, the equivalent of, like, Platinum to what Diamond and Pearl was. With, like, a good post-game would have made that, like, just incredible, I think. It's just a shame that never came to pass, because they just wanted to pump more games out, you know? There's a show from 2006 on Netflix or Paramount. I recommend it. I'll take a look. I've known people to like Dexter before. I haven't got Netflix or Paramount Plus, but I'll see if I can find it somewhere else and give it a watch at some point. I think I've got a huge backlog of TV shows to watch at the moment. People have told me to watch Severance, if anyone's watched that. People have said that's really good. I don't know if anyone else has watched that, if anyone's got any thoughts on it. If the power station don't work, the draft train stops and the radio don't run over for no electricity. There is a rock tunnel in the north of XIWAN Town, its power station while going through. A channel is using Monster's flute to play music. Without tune card, it is not receivable. Well. The only difference from Sword and Shield is just different Pokemon in the games. That's fair. I always just pick one at random when I pick... You know, Scarlet and Violet, I just pick Scarlet at random. I wasn't... You know, I wasn't thinking about it too much. You lost again, Jacob? No. I need your opinion on this. You think Ditto should be a legendary? Do you know what I think? I don't know if it should be a legendary necessarily, but... I tell you what I do think. I think if they made Ditto now, Jacob, I think it would be like a mythical Pokemon. I reckon they would make Ditto like a mythical kind of Pokemon. If Ditto was a thing now. If Ditto never existed before, and the idea of like, you know, this Pokemon can transform into any other Pokemon and learn all its moves, I think they'd make that into a mythical now. But they have loads of mythical Pokemon now. I can't keep count, you know? I can't keep count. Mario Kart is good, but I don't think there's 67 pounds of gameplay in it. Yeah. That's what I think. Even though it's open world and stuff, and that's really good if you like that sort of thing. I don't know how much I would enjoy that necessarily, personally. But I don't think there's 67 quid of gameplay. I'm going to hope, Marco, that on CD keys, they sell it for like 40, 45, something like that. And I would get it at that point. But if you get it in the bundle with the Switch 2, like it's only like 30 quid more than just getting a Switch 2. So it's worth it if you do that. But what I'm worried about is, say if I want to get a Switch 2 in a year's time, but I get a bundle that comes with like Pokemon Legends ZA, which is probably going to be a thing that they'll release. They'll probably do a bundle of the Switch in that game. If I got that and then wanted to get Mario Kart later, bearing in mind Nintendo games never go on sale, I'm worried about like spending 67 quid on Mario Kart in like 2 or 3 years' time. It doesn't feel like that's going to be worth it. You know? This time they said electricity. Yeah, sometimes they spell it right, Marco. It's strange, isn't it? Legendary Pokemon in Sword is stronger. Okay. I usually just go off, like, if I have a look at what the legendaries look like, I usually just go off whichever one looks better. To me, at least. But otherwise, it's just a toss-up, you know? But I'll try and remember that if I play it. I might not be playing it for a while, though, because I don't have a Switch or anything like that, so... Because he's really rare and it's really cool Pokemon. Yeah, and his catch rate's really low, isn't it, as well? I feel like it'd be a mythical Jacob these days. Mario Kart Wii. What a game Mario Kart Wii is. Dexter. What a game. What a brilliant game. I liked Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a lot. I've played a lot of that. But I think Mario Kart Wii, I preferred Mario Kart Wii. It just felt more magical, you know? Right, what's she giving me? She's giving me a can, folks. Which is actually a berry, which is useless. Jules, welcome in. How you doing? Congratulations on getting affiliate, by the way, Jules. Huge moment for you. I'm really proud of you. I'm so happy. When did you get the notification? Was it last night? Have you got it all set up yet? I'm going to sub to you. I'm going to subscribe to you. When spelunking, worm spray has a big role. I like to explore, but haven't walked the whole cave. Okay, mate, sure. What about you? It's said in a Ridu of Shangdao, there is an able person to make special basin. I want one. Nice. Yeah, we're talking about the Switch 2. Yeah, it's about the price I thought it was going to be, Jules. The bit that worries me is the games are going to cost. It feels like the games might cost a little bit more, and also like the equipment, like accessories, like a spare controller and stuff like that, feels like they're going to cost a bit more. But in terms of like the actual hardware itself, it is a little bit expensive, but I think because they've added so much stuff to it, it's actually a good bit of hardware. It's probably roughly worth about that much, maybe. But you know, you can't just buy a Switch 2 and like Mario Kart in a bundle and then just have those two things forever. Like, you're going to end up buying more games for it. You're going to end up probably buying another controller for it, and some probably other accessories that you may or may not need. And that's where it's going to cost a lot more money. So I'm a little bit hesitant to buy one immediately, you know. Are they making any more Pokemon games? I'd imagine they are, Dexter. I mean, they're making the Legends ZA at the moment. That's going to come out, I think, at the end of this year, or sometime this year, they said. I don't know what else they're doing. I highly doubt they're, like, not making any more Pokemon games. They're always going to be making Pokemon. It's just going to make them endless amounts of money. I think there was a leak, wasn't there? Wasn't there a leak where it was suggested that the next game was going to be set in, like, Greece? Or something like that? I think, if you've not heard about this, then, and this turns out to be true, then I'm going to sound like a genius. But I think this was leaked at some point where the game has, like, a code name called, like, Gaia or something like that. And it's got, like, a Greek-style, like, font, if that makes sense. And apparently the idea is that instead of it being like one big region that's just like one big map, it's going to have a lot of different little, like, it's going to have like a few islands, which is a bit like Greece. So I have a feeling that they're going to set it in Greece. Or like, you know, something like Greece, which actually for me, it might be to throw people off, but if it is actually like that, I'd quite like that, because I really liked Sotopolis City in Ruby Sapphire Emerald, and that was very sort of Greek inspired. So allegedly that's what they're doing, but they probably won't announce that for a while. It's probably not going to come out until like next year at some point at least. I don't know. It was during your stream. You got the affiliate. I think that's great, Jules. That's super. Have you got the VOD? I might have to go and watch that. I'd love to see it. This live deserves more people in it. Thank you very much, Jacob. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's strange, TikTok. It very much fluctuates. Sometimes there'll be like 1 or 2 people in, and then it goes up to like 9, 10, 11 people in, and then it comes back down again. It's very strange the way it works. It's just how it shows it to people and stuff like that. Whereas Twitch is a lot more like, it's a lot more steady. It's just one of those things. I don't mind it too much. If it gets too busy, I can get a bit overwhelmed, because I really want to reply to everyone all the time. I feel bad like not replying to specific people. You know? So it can be a nice balance when it's a little bit quieter.